Hello farmers and welcome back to Wyhter Farms. September is here and I've been busy working over in the cereal crop field, which next year won't be because I'll have soybeans in it. At least that is the plan. I got the soil sensing done in the month of August and I'll return that piece of equipment. And as you can see, I'm spreading some lime down. This is a full tank of lime that I had in here and I'm trying to stretch it out to this last leg. I'm not going to bother go buying any more lime to finish out the field if I don't have enough. It'll be what it is. This field's not taking much lime, so I'm guessing I didn't lime it that long ago. But all the fields have been soil sensed, so they should be good for a while to go. I have brought up some bales to the store as well, and this is the last load I got to bring on up. And so far, so good. I have stopped at the store this morning and paid off another 50,000 pounds on that Massey Ferguson. So I just owe another 150,000 pounds on it, which I'm hoping when I sell the grain this winter. Oh, I didn't finish. Oh, what a pity. Yeah, I'm hoping this winter when I sell the grain, I can pay off the rest of the Massey Ferguson, and then I won't have any, once again, I won't have any more loan payments to make to anyone, anywhere. And next year, I kind of plan not to really do much on the farm. Just build up on the cash and go from there. So I would like to do that. That's my current plan for right now anyways. Also, when I was at the store this morning, I did go ahead and lease the baling wrapper because the grass is ready to be cut. So I'm going to probably cut that this afternoon at some point. I'm going to wait for the grasses to dry out a little bit. And I got more things to take care of this morning. Like I can bring those straw bales back up, sell those, just to give myself a little bit more cash. I'm sitting just shy of 7,000 pounds in the bank account, which is not too bad since I really don't have any expenses for today now. All the field work is done that I have to spend money on. Cutting the grass and baling it, we got all that equipment, and I've already leased, like I said, the baling wrappers. So I don't have to dish out any more money today, I don't think. I could hold off on fertilizing the grass for a while, because I don't think I'll get another cut in this year. I possibly could, but I'll probably wait until I sell the bales in a couple of days and get the money from that before I go ahead and fertilize the fields, because I might be able to get it cut in November/December if the weather is good enough for us. We'll have to wait and see on that. Just going to put that away. Another thing I want to take care of this morning is the entryway. The entryway does have these limbs hanging on down from it, and in order for me to see better going in and out, I'm thinking I'm going to cut down some limbs off these trees just to make it more visible and more clear for us what we're doing here. As you can see, they do hang kind of low, so I'm hoping maybe the combine or maybe the T8 or any piece of equipment that I do have that's tall enough, I'll stand on top of that and cut some limbs off with the old chainsaw. Let's head up to the store and drop off the bridle spreader because I need to return that. All the fields, like I said, have been taken care of with lime, so they're good for a while. Yeah, we should be pretty much all set. Now, going up with the bales to the store can be a little bit tricky because I had 2 bales left over and I kind of got them on the baling trailer, so they're not actually secure in the trailer, so I got to make sure I drive up rather slow up there and sell those bales. So I got actually 18 more bales to sell. That'll give me a good amount of cash. There's the baling wrapper. So let's go ahead and drop this off. Alright, hoses, PTO shaft attach. I don't know what color foil they got on there this time. It always seems to be a little bit different. Let's bring that back to the farm. And then I'll run across, grab the Massey Ferguson, and head up to the livestock market. Drop off those bales, and that way I'm completely done in those 2 fields for a little bit. I need to do a little bit more research. I haven't had a chance to yet. I want to time it right. Like I said, I would like to plant soybeans in the field that we were just finished liming up. And over here to our right, I do want a cereal crop over here just because I get money for the crop and, of course, the straw. And I would like to be able to plant them on the same day, so when I lease a seed drill, I can just get all done in one day if I possibly can. That might be a little tricky. But that's something I can figure out over the winter months. Start planning, but I do like to plan ahead if I can try to. But sometimes my plans don't always stay as plans. They get changed quite a bit. Another thing I got to figure out, but I guess it's not too bad. The combine is going to need some fuel for next year. Driving it down the road to the fuel stations, yeah, I mean it's a little bit on the big side, but maybe I'll just have to go at night when no one else is driving. All right, time to get my exercise in. Got to run across, grab the Massey Ferguson, and head up to the livestock market and sell these bales. And hopefully the 2 bales I got stacked on there for extra don't fall off. Kind of a busy Thursday morning on the road, but everything seems to be going well. I do have my beacons on top, so people can be advised that there's a hazard coming on down the road. Let me just check the bales back there. Yep, the extra 2 bales are still there. Yeah, if they were to fall off, there's not many places to turn around, go back down and get them. And if someone in a car comes around the corner and runs into an 8,000 liter bale, that could be a little bit problematic for them and for me. Okay, now I'm off the main road. We should be good to go. And getting a little bit extra cash in the bank account always feels good. Yeah, just another 150,000 pounds to pay off on the Massey Ferguson and the mower set, which has been a great addition to the farm. I've said that many times, but it's definitely opened up what we can do on the farm so much more. The harvest this year, having an extra tractor, being able to hire a worker to bale behind the combine while we're working, and having the T6 be able to do the grain cart, that worked out rather well. Saved me a lot of time and probably saved me a little bit of cash as well. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is get on out and sell the bales that are on the back of the baler. And let's say just... Alright, so they take them right off the back for me. Perfect. Let's go over here and lift this up and unload these bales here. Those should be lifting right on up. And while it's lifting up, let's back on up here. Ooh, this baling trailer needs a good clean. Alright, and we should be able to drop them off right there. Price is not as good as it was the day before, but they didn't want all the bales at once. They needed time to stack them away. And I can understand that. But that does give us up to 12,000 pounds in the bank account, which is very, very good. But in a couple days, although I got a lot of work to do before I get there, I'll be sending the silage bales in a couple days, and then hopefully we'll get like 80,000 pounds from that. Sneak in through here. All right, back to the main farm. I think the next thing I'm going to work on is I do have, I'm going to try to take care of the entryway to the farm with the limbs on the trees. I also got all the posts I cut down from the hedgerows from the new field. I got to load all that stuff up, and then I'll probably bring it all up to here to the sawmill. I say up here. It's not as far as the livestock market. We'll go up and see Paul, if he's there at the sawmill, sell some limbs and get rid of the posts. Kind of clean up the farm for the year, because I don't want to leave it there until winter, because if it snows, they'll get buried, and I won't be able to see them. That'll be hard to pick on up. Ooh. Alright, first thing on my list after getting back to the farm is getting the Massey Ferguson and the baling trailer washed up. I've just seen the mud and dirt everywhere. It's starting to get on me a little bit, so let's go ahead and clean these off. Actually, might as well pull right up and in here. I mean, everything is outside at this point, so I'll probably leave this stuff outside as well to dry off. First off, let's get the 8737 washed off. And I'm trying to take a peek at my equipment here. I think the combine is the tallest one that we own. Although standing on top of that and cutting limbs off, I don't think the limbs are going to be that heavy, so if when they do fall, I don't think it's going to hurt the combine at all. At least I hope it doesn't. be using this again in a couple days, hopefully, for silage bales and bring that over to the BGA. That was really dirty. Really, really dirty. Maybe the only thing I may do next year for the farm is possibly maybe get myself another shed. Just because this shed here is working out great, but I'm burying things in there all the time, so it's getting to be, seems like when I need something, it's the one that's piece that's always buried somewhere. And that weight that I got with Massey Ferguson, I might go ahead and sell that. For now, let me go ahead and, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and park this on this side here. I think I'm back probably far enough. Yep. That's good. And actually, I'm going to hook up that weight and get it out of the way. If I can sneak in there far enough. I'll bring that back up to the store to sell later on. Actually, do I want to use that trailer right there for the limbs and everything? I might want to do that. Alright, so what we'll do is, to make my trips count, we'll drop the weight on down and put the weight on the front, and put the trailer on the back, and I can load all the limbs in the trailer and bring that up to the sawmill. Alright, let's back up to the trailer. Alright, so for now I'm going to leave this over here and keep it out of the way. That way nothing happens to that. Alright, let me get this thing turned around. And we'll drop off the header and use our Dominator as a ladder to cut down some limbs. Yeah, I know this a while ago I said, yeah, let's not do too much on the farm next year. Like I said, probably maybe a shed. And also I'm looking into maybe getting some fruit trees in the corner of that grass field over there. But if I do that, I don't have no way to get fertilizer for it, so I'd have to buy it. So maybe not next year, but I don't know. We'll see. Actually, now that I'm going by the tractors, no, this is definitely the highest. Actually, the trailer might be higher, but I can't stand on the trailer. And yep, it is higher than the Massey Ferguson as well. Well, not the ideal situation, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not even sure if I can even reach these limbs now. I thought I would be able to easily, but now I'm not too sure. Yeah, right on the combine, not exactly what you want to do, but alright, so I'll have to get the Massey Ferguson over here because the limbs are kind of in the way. Or I can just move them for now. Hopefully. That seems to open it up a little bit. Oh, saw you there for a second. Alright, just a couple more. This seems to be working out better than I thought. Although, not giving myself much room to... There we go, jump over the hedgerow. Alright, climb back on top of this. I mean, I'll start with these here. I mean, if I need to cut down more, I can do it later on. I don't want to cut down too much. You just need to get this limb out of the way. Now we'll get these limbs picked up and kind of see what the entryway looks like now. It looks a little bit better. I mean, still got some overhanging branches there, but it's not as bad as it was. Let's go ahead and get these picked on up and hopefully get these into the trailer. Get my exercise in today with those always jumping around. Apparently that one's not in the trailer. I must have threw it over the trailer. And now these posts from the hedgerow that we chopped up just a few days ago, it seems like. Not many of them here. I just kicked that one too far. Better go grab that. It's on the BGA's property now. They may not like that too much. And then the treacherous trip down to the sawmill with these logs kind of like dangling on the back. I mean, I will have my beacons on, but I don't know how well that's going to do with oncoming traffic. It should be an adventurous trip. Once I get, though, where the old Wyhter Farms was, I don't think it'll be too bad because not much traffic goes up and down that road. And I tossed any of them over. Actually, I did toss a couple of them over. I think that one went in. Yep, now it's got to find the one I kicked over here. There it is. Aha! I was hoping to knock that other one in. Perfect. Now we're all set. The fun ride now begins. So I'm going to try to get it when no traffic is coming, which is like right about now. And hopefully this doesn't go as bad as it possibly could, which is very, very bad. So far, so good. No oncoming traffic. Make sure I take the corners slow. And now I got to go slow, not because I'm worried about traffic, it's because the road just gets narrower and narrower. And I don't remember how snug of a fit it's going to be going up through here, but hopefully we can. Needless to say, that was a very adventurous ride up here, but we're up here. Next time I need to trim the limbs in half and really just get it all into the trailer. The main road wasn't the problem. It was a side road coming up and some of the limbs hanging over, hitting other trees. But nothing came out, although a couple times I thought they were going to, but it did not. here. Not exactly sure where he wants them. So not too bad. It was like 800 pounds worth of well, I'll just say it, crap. It was basically crap, and we sold everything. So we are good. I can't wait to see what it looks like now when I get back to the farm and go into the entryway to see how much better it looks. Well, hopefully it looks better. I assume it does. Find out here in a couple minutes. Next year should be actually a really good year on the farm, thinking about it, because I mean, the amount of money we have made this year, we bought this field over here, that was like 110,000 pounds. I should have this all paid for by the end of the year, which is 250,000 pounds. So I'm making like 350,000 pounds a year on the farm, and those fields should be a lot better next year. And this entryway is a lot better driving on in. I did like that much more. I may want to trim a couple more limbs, but maybe not this year. I'll get to it some other time. But what I need to do now is I'm going to wash up this grain trailer and get the Massey Ferguson ready for cutting grass in the afternoon. Just got to wait for the grass to dry. Don't want it to clump up inside the mower. I want it to come out in nice swaths out the back of the mowers. Get this trailer ready for delivering some grain here in the winter months. That way it's all set to go. Don't want to be able to wash it off in December when it could be freezing outside. And we'll go sell that weight later on. There, that is all set. So we got our baler ready to go. Our mower is kind of buried behind the fertilizer spreader. Not that big of a deal. The other thing I do want to check out, though, is just in case I want to change my mind, is the crops. So soybean. When do I actually start planting soybean? Ground temperature needs to be 50, and the cereal crop needs to be, well, at 41. But if I time it just right, I could probably wait for the cereal crop to get, you know, the ground temperature would be a little bit warmer, but that's fine. I got all spring to get that in order to get the harvest in for the year. The soybeans, I got about the same almost time frame. So I think we can go ahead and do that. Just have to wait and see how next year goes. So if I plan it right, we got to keep our eye on the ground temperature. And then I can lease the drill for one day and get the soybeans in and get the wheat or barley in over there. We're going to keep planting wheat or barley for the chickens. Make sure we got fresh food for them every year. Speaking of, I want to come over here and take a quick look at the chickens and see how they're getting along. I do got some eggs piling up here a little bit. So maybe I'll bring those over to the store at some point. And, you know, Sally at the store can go ahead and sell those up. Looks like they're fine on the food as well for another day or so. So that means I can kind of just stay focused on the grass fields, which is ready to be cut. And the fields are looking good. Perfect on pH value and nitrogen. So should be a very, very good yield. A very, very good yield. And hopefully in a couple days, about 80 to 90,000 pounds in my bank account. Come over here and look at my neighbor's farm, or at least his field over here. It's looking rather nice. I could see this in a couple of years being added to our farm, and once we get that, I think we'll have more than enough farmland for us to keep us busy for a year. And maybe on that farmland over here, I can go ahead and maybe add some animals over here, maybe pigs or something like that. But yeah, I think next year I'm going to focus on just piling up some money and then figure out what to do with it then. I'll need this trailer to dry on up, and I'll put that away, go up, sell that weight, and then, yeah, in a couple of hours, yeah, the crops are still wet. When the grass is dry, we'll get cutting grass, baling on up, wrapping it up, and bringing it on over to the BGA. But, yeah, this entryway is looking a little bit better with those limbs being gone. Still got a couple hanging low, but, you know, improvements. That's what it's all about.